Okay, y'all, let me tell y'all about one overlooked red flag, right? One overlooked red flag that people are not going to tell you about. But I just now figured out this is an overlooked red flag. Like, I see it all the time now, and I cannot unnotice it. It's going to be a 2-for-1, okay? But this red flag I see in so many different failed relationships, and I don't think people really look at it at the beginning. But let me bring this to the forefront so you can start looking at this thing initially. The two underrated red flags as far as male and then female as well. This is equal opportunity, okay? But one of the red flags I think people overlook is that a person who is always playing the blame game. I mean, I know we all know that person who is like, oh nah, they doing this and they doing that and they talking about this and people don't like me, and that person who's playing that blame game, like, they at first it's cute, right? Because they like, man, you know, people do this and people, you be like, oh, okay, yeah, it probably is people doing that, you know. Or they be like, people always hate, and you be like, yeah, you know, you fly enough where people probably will hate on you, you know. But so at the beginning, it seems kind of cool, like, okay, yeah, I could believe that. But let me tell you, as that relationship gets more deepened, right, it gets closer, the bond gets closer, the connection gets more real, and as that relationship begins to be a thing, whether that turns into marriage, whatever the case may be, you will see that person does not take accountability. Yeah, because that same blame they used to put on everybody else, now they begin to put that blame on you. So what I'm saying is, don't overlook the blame game. That is a red flag. When you see somebody always blaming somebody else, that is a red flag. Be very cautious. The second red flag, the second overlooked red flag, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, is that people who always have an attitude. Some people ain't gonna like me today. People who always have an attitude. You know, it's just some people who just, I mean, you cannot make them happy. They're happy like once a year, and that's probably Christmas or something. Like, they always have an attitude, man. Every time you see them, they're like, such and such done, this done happened, and they done did it. That attitude is a red flag. And at the beginning, especially if you're a man and you're talking to a woman, at the beginning, the attitude seemed kind of cool because somebody make a mistake at the McDonald's line. She like, you better fix this, you know. And then it could be the same thing with women as well. You know, somebody look at you wrong, he be like, what you looking at? So at the beginning, that little attitude is kind of spicy. You know, it's kind of interesting. Like, oh yeah, I like a little spice. Everybody like a little spice. But let me tell you, that will cause problems later on down the line, because that person with that attitude, if you're an outgoing person, if you're a person that's always, you know, extroverted or anything like that, that attitude will begin to rub you the wrong way.